Oh, just watched Dan Blue Tonic's video. He was talking about ticket prices and how we should go back to standing. And he's got some absolutely superb points. Now, the reason we went to Old Seater is because of Hillsborough, and of course we had a massive hooliganism problem on the terracing. Now, a lot of the terracing back when I was growing up was outdated. Some of it was alright. I mean, if you look at the North Bank at Arsenal, that needed just redeveloping. Same as the Cop down at West Ham, new terracing. I mean, the stands they actually built at Arsenal, North London, at Arsenal and at West Ham, you got the seats on the top tier. They could have had terracing on the bottom tiers. Exactly. More people can watch the game at a cheaper price. Now, they've brought in the tickets that have the barcode on it, so there's no problem. But why are the tickets so expensive? Because they can be. You know, people are still going to the games. Like myself, I don't go to every game, can't afford it. The trains are too expensive. Even taking the coach now to just Fleetwood is too expensive. Plus your ticket and everything above it. You're looking at, for a League One game to watch Gillingham at Fleetwood, well over 60-70 quid for a League One away match. That is absolutely shocking. Now, it doesn't need to say more when you look at to go and watch Arsenal now. I mean, the season ticket's over £2,000. And Chelsea and Tottenham both charging over £1,000 for their most expensive ticket. I mean, AC Milan in Italy topped the lot, demanding over £3,600 for their most expensive ticket, which again is well over the top. But give Man City credit. £300 for a season ticket in the Premiership. That's not too bad. That is cheaper than 15 clubs in the Championship and 10 clubs in League One, League Two and in the Conference. That's not bad. Arsenal's most expensive adult ticket is £97 for one match. That is unbelievable. So I think, yeah, we can, in this stone age, we can go back to terracing, which we should do, because it is a great atmosphere for a younger generation to stand, get behind the team. Now, yes, Jose Mourinho said it's quiet. It was like a library. Yes, it's a reason that it's a lot of older fans in those seats. The other reason is you get up and start chanting for your team. I guarantee a steward will put his hand in you, tell you to sit down, and you keep getting up and chanting, which we all do at football. You get ejected from the game. The stewards at most clubs in the Premiership and in the Football League are some of the worst of the worst. They're actually worse than the football hooligans now. Same as the police. A stigma that all football fans are rotten football thugs. It didn't help with Danny Dyer, I think, doing the Football Factory, going around all over England interviewing idiots. I do remember one episode where one hooligan said, I preferred it when my team lost because it would be a better punch-up. Well, that's not a football supporter. I know Gillingham are playing awful at the moment. I can't see them getting past Bristol City. But I want them to beat Bristol City. But I'm realistic. We've got an awful squad full of, how do I put it, players nobody else wanted. Scally's not going to pay the wages. These players are probably some of the cheapest to get in League One. And of course, Scally would rather pay that. And he wants to build, as I said, he wants to build a new stadium, but he's not getting the club towards a Championship. He's getting them more closer to League Two. But that's another video. But when you think that, you know, you've had all the hooligan videos, you would think there are a little generation that are into all that stuff. Did they not watch the Football Factory, Green Street, and watch the end of that video? There's no glory in that vile hooliganism. But what it paints a picture that every game on a Saturday and Sunday, a lot of them said it in the Football Factory, there's violence at every game up and down the country on a Saturday afternoon. It's absolute rubbish. There isn't. I can tell you now, I have met many football fans from all different clubs where we meet up before the game, have a couple of drinks, go to the game, have a good laugh, lot of banter. I mean, singing chants like the referee's a wanker or who the fucking hell are you? That is part and parcel of football. There is nothing wrong with that, you know. And I think young children hearing that, they understand it's a football thing. And it stays in the football, you know. It's not, I don't accept, and I think majority of football fans don't want to see racist chants, threatening chants, you know. We all expect as football fans, when you go to an away game, you should feel a bit hostile, a bit unwelcoming, because you're at their home ground. You shouldn't be like open arms, welcome to our away ground. You should feel a bit intimidated, but not a threatening atmosphere where you're like, you know, how are we going to get out this ground? How are we going to get back to our coach train station? Are they going to put the coach through? Am I going to get done over? I'm not going to mention that club, but, you know, you shouldn't feel that at any ground, but you should feel a bit intimidated at an away ground. It should be friendly aggression. I expect when you go to an away ground, like when you come to Priestfield, the aggression is friendly banter type of aggression, like, yeah, we want to win this game, we're getting behind our team, and we're going to give them a lot of banter. But after the game, you just put your hand out, whoever wins or loses, you shake hands, and you can go to the pub, have a couple of drinks. Well, if anybody does these days, because the price of beer's gone up, the train fares are over the top. Like, everything in this country is expensive. Now, with the prices in football, yeah, they are too expensive. I would not just make that point. But the prices would come down a lot if they brought in terracing. Terracing would be so much safer. I've already said it. The tickets with those barcodes, you got, and we do have people who can't do it properly, but you just put your barcode in, you go in. There is no way another Hillsborough could happen in this stone age. The tickets are so well done these days. You know, terracing should be back. Safer terracing, as they call it. Not, as I said, a lot of the terracing back when I was a kid, it was dangerous. But I thought North Bank was brilliant when that rush came down when the team scored. It was actually quite a buzz. But a lot of the terracing I went on was crumbling. It was all crumbling, asbestos roofs, toilets with no roofs on them, roofless toilets. Oh, I mean, not the sort of toilets you really wanted to park your butt on if you needed a drop one, because they were disgusting. The last roofless toilet I was in was at Chesterfield, the old soccer ground. I can tell you that toilet looked like it had never been cleaned since the ground's been open. And, you know, I think it was nearly £18, £3 more expensive to sit on wooden benches in 2007. And it looks gruesome. If you've ever been to Saltergate and you saw that old stand, the back of it, it's all grimy, all green and slimy, mossy. Oh, it looks horrible. When you look into the stand from the terracing, it looks vile. I mean, I would rather stand, I'd be quite happy to stand in the rain than to even park my butt anywhere in that wooden, horrible ground. Of course, Saltergate is gone now because there was no way, really, with this old seat of rubbish, they could have redeveloped it. You know, there are houses all around the ground. It's very compact. Like I said, nearly the whole ground virtually had to be knocked down. which, is that ground a loss to football? Not really. Really all they needed was a new ground, seating, and behind the goals, terracing. Let's face it, Chesterfield, like Gillingham, we don't really get big crowds, so we're suited with terracing. But I think even at the bigger clubs, the way they've built the grounds, all the bottom tiers behind the goals can be terracing. As I'm getting older, yeah, I'm sitting down more at grounds. I don't mind it. I'm sitting in the old Gordon Road stand, which is an old ground. And I quite like it. I'm getting more where I'm starting to feel like, or sort of role-playing that I'm the manager on the other side of the stand, in the Gordon Road stand. And I have shouted instructions out to the players. I think now and again they have taken notice. Like, I've shouted them, I've shouted out loud when they're playing this game of get the ball here, then pass the ball away back over there, left to right, to keep passing it, or I've shouted that, just bang it in the box, and they've done that and they've scored. Whether they were listening to me, that's another matter. But as Blue Tonic said, and as I'm seeing, a lot of youngsters are not finding football fun. I've been to away games. I've been in the Raining Men at Gillingham, which I was noticing kids are not feeling the fun of football anymore. It is, especially with the stewarding, and when you see police at games like Walsall v Gillingham, why you would need police there? There's never been any trouble between Gillingham and Walsall. It makes it a bit intimidating. The police are very intimidating these games, as are the stewards. And when you've paid at Chelsea probably 50, 60, 70 quid for a ticket to watch that game, and if you're a season ticket holder, and it's probably one that you get kicked out too many times just for standing up, getting behind the team, showing that you're a real fan, they could probably ban you for the season, and that's your ticket gone. I mean, a lot of people don't realise a lot of there are innocent fans that have got these match bans for 5 years because they've been thrown out of the ground and they've spent all that money. Of course they're going to be upset and going to get aggressive, thinking I've come all this way, I've worked all week, I've come up to the ground, and you throw me out for getting behind my team, and I've spent all that money. Of course they're going to be a bit aggressive, and the courts would do anything to ban somebody for 5 years. I just think the police love arresting football supporters. They love it. It's an easy arrest. What's the most easiest arrest for the police except doing demonstrators? People peacefully demonstrate, and you see the news, the police cause the trouble. When the police are at a football match, arresting a normal football supporter, they will. And they don't need much reason. All the steward has to do is call the police, come around, they escort you out the ground. You're a bit annoyed that you've done nothing wrong, and boom, you're arrested. And I will tell you now, doesn't matter how much video evidence is at that ground that you've done nothing wrong, the video evidence will disappear. They will not use video evidence in court. I'll tell you that now. That will disappear. They only use video evidence for football violence. It's the only time they have to use the videos. If it's a normal supporter who's just been kicked out, who's done nothing wrong, the video evidence will be lost. So, in many words, football just isn't what it used to be for 1,000 reasons, and football needs to realise you're losing the hardcore supporters who will get up 3 in the morning and go all the way to Carlisle. And the Sunderland supporters who lost 8-0 make that point when the goalkeeper said, I want to pay you back for the travelling you've made. I'll ask a lot of the players because we didn't play well and all that. It was in a lot of papers, and I thought that was a generous offer. But the Sunderland fans, like I would have been, look, we pay to go to these games. Yeah, we lost 8-0. You didn't play well, but we don't deserve anything back. We made the choice to go to these games. Now, I've been there, Gillingham losing 5-0, some 6-1. We've been bad. But I don't expect to get paid back for that lousy performance, and nor do the Sunderland fans. And nor will the Birmingham fans when they got done by AFC Bournemouth 8-0. We don't expect nothing back when our team gets mullered like that. We accept it. We went there. We decided to go to the game. No one's saying we have to go to these games. It's what we do. I'll say I'm not a season ticket holder anymore at Priestfield for years since I was last season ticket holder. In the faithful 2009-2010 season when we didn't win a game. It just don't, for me, it's not worth being a season ticket holder anymore because you don't get any benefits being a season ticket holder. As I said, when I heard Gillingham did a new thing that if you're a season ticket holder, you're not allowed, if you don't make the game, I don't think, are there any other football clubs that do that? If you can't make the game, you're not allowed to pass that season ticket holder on to somebody else who can go to the game. Because as I'm concerned, once you bought that season ticket, if you want to give it to somebody else to go to that game, well, do you want that seat filled or do you want an empty seat? And there were other things I don't know, that you're not allowed to transfer around the ground. As I'm concerned, when it's an empty ground, there's only, say, 4,000 or 5,000 in a ground, or even less. Who cares if people move around the ground? It's not causing a problem. As like I said, when I see people so demanding to sit on their seat, I've been a season ticket holder at Gillingham for a long time. I would say I first became a season ticket holder full on in the 98-99 season. And when it came all seater with the Gordon Road stand, Rainham End, the Medway stand, and the golf stand, I'm not calling it anything else. Do you know what? I never ever sat in my seat. I didn't care. You know, I'd sit on the top tier, I'd sit there here and there. But sometimes, second half, I'd come to the lower tier to watch the football. I'd go in the Rainham End, I'd go in the Gordon Road, I'd sit all around the ground, except the away end. And I didn't care. I didn't care for where my seat was. Never bothered me. But when, you know, you're getting told off for a lot of fans for sitting in the wrong part of a ground when there's hardly no one there, that is it's a bit ridiculous. And I think a lot of, you know, the hardcore football fans just feel like we're not part of our clubs no more. We're not wanted anymore. As I think, hopefully, now it's going to be a good thing in football, as it was just mentioned in that video. There could be a massive where football falls on its arse, and it will be a good thing where footballers will look at itself. Who we got left? Oh, we priced all the fans out. And it would rather be sooner than later. Because I think football fans, for stars, have to get the young generation into football and let them go in at cheaper prices, like a £5. Kids for £1. You know, get the young generation in, make their replica shirts a lot cheaper. Going back to when a full football shirt, a full football kit for a youngster should be no more than £25. You know, because, you know, youngsters like to dress up in the full kit and pretend they're their favourite player. So make the football kits, I would say, from 16 downwards, at all ages, £25 for the full kit. Really start giving football back to the next generation who are going to keep the club going. You know, I think it happened in Italy where the stadiums started emptying in the top league, and it is happening in the Premier League. If you look at the Premier League, not all the grounds are full, are they? Anyway, I will leave a link to Blue Tonic's video down below, and I hope you enjoyed my conversation on ticket pricing and everything else involving football. I'll say thank you very much. I'm out of here. Goodbye.